right now is Martin Minten of Watford, Ontario. He is a veteran member of the March for Life Youth Committee. Martin, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. So my first question for you is, when did you first get involved in the pro-life movement?
So I suppose it starts back from very young. My pro-life values are kind of inherited from my family. Grew up doing the Life Chain on Life Chain Sundays every October, I believe it is. And we did candlelight vigils around certain hospitals that provided abortion services, I suppose. And yeah, so kind of grew up very organically, locally, doing those things. And then later on, got more involved in the March for Life, attended it, and then got involved in helping to organize it. So, yeah.
We appreciate that. And I also began my pro-life journey, if we can call it that, doing Life Chain. And I feel like a lot of pro-life activists also started that way because it's a very family-friendly event. And obviously, being on the March for Life Youth Committee now, you would presumably think that the march is important. And if I may, can I ask why you felt motivated to get involved in the march and what its value is to the pro-life movement?
Well, I kind of just felt called to do something a little greater, as far as contributing to a culture of life, and I think the march does that for great people from all different kinds of backgrounds. Um, it was just a little bit more of a contribution, but also it helps to bring people together, I find, and that's kind of what I was looking for, is to get to know more and more different facets of the pro-life culture that you can find at the March for Life. And so that was a really exciting experience, and it just encouraged me to go back for more and more and more. So
Yes, I think this year, in particular, I think we've realized how important it is to have some sort of community to bolster our efforts. So my last question for you is also kind of community related, but what is the role of faith and religion in the pro-life movement?
Josie, I think it plays a really big part, at least it did for me, um, to just kind of motivate people to get out and um, do that sort of activism, because otherwise, I mean, that's kind of for most people, I feel, in the pro-life movement, that's how they first got their exposure, is through faith groups, um, at church or at at school, maybe a little bit to a certain extent. I feel that's where it all starts. The pro-life seed, I suppose. Um, and I think it's really important to encourage that sort of growth amongst younger people. That's really where where the pro-life initiatives start, is at a faith-based level. And so that's why I feel they're important.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And I thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. And I'll see you at least in person next time in Ottawa, I'm supposing. So
Absolutely.
thank you. And yep, if anyone's interested in meeting Martin, then make sure you come to Ottawa as well.
All right. See you there.